I was thinking about this, since I wrecked my R1 a while back in September last year. Does a guy quit riding because he wrecks? Or does he learn from it and continue to practice, increase his skill, and become a better rider? Well, for me, I couldn't ride for a little over a month because, well, technically I wasn't even supposed to ride for the rest of the year, but I did anyway. So anyway, that's a big thing right there. Does a guy continue to practice, or do you just stop and say, I'm not riding motorcycles anymore, they're too dangerous. Everybody was right. I shouldn't ride. Even though I practice and practice, I still wrecked. Well, that's part of it. Really, I'm not trying to say like you're going to wreck all the time. Maybe it's one time throughout your motorcycling career. Maybe it's two, maybe it's three. It just depends on what you're doing. But the reality is, if you stop riding, it's a personal choice. These are no more dangerous than a car, in my opinion, other than the cage, obviously. So you take the cage aspect away, you're out in the open. Yeah, you can end up with the bike on your legs, you can end up with high siding, you can low side, wreck your bike, mess it all up, and then just say, well, it's the bike's fault, I'm not riding again ever. Well, I didn't do that because it wasn't the bike's fault. The bike's only doing what I tell it to do. So whatever inputs I put in here, it's gonna do it. No, it doesn't matter how slow, how easy, or how hard. The bike is gonna do what I want it to do. So I guess that's a big question for people who have wrecked. Do you stop riding? Is it fearful? Do you become fearful of it? I haven't become fearful of it. I recognize it, and I look at it and realize, okay, it was my inputs, the situation I was in, and it's not the bike's fault. That's on me. I need to rectify what I'm doing and get better so that I can enjoy it, because I know how great this sport of motor riding is. And that's where I look at it and say, no, of course not. I'm not going to stop riding. I love riding. Once you get the taste of it and you start acknowledging it, come out to the practice, find your practice area that you like to practice in where there's no vehicles, but you can use lines, you can practice emergency stopping and all that. But yeah, just keep going, increase your skill, recognize what happened, and keep riding. If you don't want to, it's up to you. If it scares you, broke your leg, broke your ankles, I get it. But in reality, you can do that in a car wreck. So don't get in any more cars, because you could hurt yourself. But again, that's just me. For me, I'm going to keep riding, I'm going to keep practicing, I'm going to keep getting better, and I'm going to keep increasing my skill, and keep on increasing my skill. And maybe it's pointless to some people, maybe it just doesn't make sense. Like, why not just drive? Why not just drive? It's boring to drive a car or a truck. It really is. To me, it has become very boring. It's when I have to do it, I'm kind of like, I do it with responsibility, but I practice my skills, looking through turns, looking far ahead, watching cars on the sides, intersections. So you can practice these skills in your car and keep yourself even safer in your vehicle. So in reality, why would you stop riding? Why? So yeah, no, I won't stop riding. I will always be vigilant, I will always practice, and that will keep me safe.